In 269 BC, Ashoka ascended to the throne as emperor of the Maurya Empire, expanding his dominion through military might and conquests. The brutality of the Kalinga War left Ashoka deeply troubled, marking a pivotal moment in his reign as he witnessed the true cost of warfare. Embracing Buddhism after his transformation, Ashoka renounced violence and dedicated himself to promoting nonviolence and moral governance throughout his empire. In the early years of his reign, Ashoka was a fearsome warrior king, expanding the Mauryan Empire through ruthless conquests. The brutal Kalinga War marked a turning point for Ashoka, who found solace in Buddhist teachings and began his transformation into a messenger of peace.
After his conversion to Buddhism, Ashoka renounced violence and established a new administrative system based on moral governance and nonviolence throughout the empire. The brutality of the Kalinga War forced Ashoka to confront the true cost of his conquests, leading him to question the price of power and victory. Finding solace in Buddhism's teachings on nonviolence and compassion, Ashoka began to seek spiritual guidance to heal his soul and mend the wounds he had inflicted. Transformed by his spiritual journey, Ashoka dedicated himself to promoting Dharma and spreading Buddhist principles throughout his empire, leaving an enduring legacy of compassion and ethical leadership. After the Kalinga War's devastation, Ashoka was filled with remorse and sought enlightenment to find redemption for his actions. Having embraced Buddhism's teachings, Ashoka renounced violence and began to advocate for moral governance throughout his empire. As Ashoka transformed from warrior king to promoter of peace, he established monumental structures like stupas across his empire, leaving an enduring legacy of compassion and moral leadership. The Kalinga War left Ashoka's heart heavy with remorse for the countless lives lost under his command. Finding solace in Buddhism, Ashoka converts to the teachings that advocate for nonviolence and compassion. With newfound purpose, Ashoka begins to inscribe edicts across his empire, spreading messages of Dharma and Ahimsa. The Kalinga War left Ashoka's heart shattered by the carnage he had unleashed upon his people. It was here that he realized the true cost of power and conquest. As Ashoka turned to Buddhism, he adopted a new path of nonviolence and moral governance, embracing the Dharma chakra as his guiding principle. Through these edicts and stupas, Ashoka spread his message of Dharma and Ahimsa across his empire, transforming it into a beacon of peace and compassion. After the brutal Kalinga War, Ashoka was left to reflect upon the horrors of conquest as he sat amidst the spoils of victory, feeling the weight of bloodshed and suffering. Confronted by the suffering he caused, Ashoka sought solace in Buddhism's teachings of compassion and nonviolence, marking his spiritual transformation. Embracing Dharma, duty, and Ahimsa nonviolence, Ashoka built stupas like this Dharmachakra stupa to spread Buddhist teachings throughout his empire, promoting peace and moral governance. The sight before him was too much to bear. Ashoka realized that his victory came at an immeasurable cost in human suffering. Seeking solace and guidance, Ashoka turned to Buddhism and adopted its principles of nonviolence and compassion as the foundation of his rule. Through these edicts, Ashoka propagated his message of peace and ethical governance to all corners of his vast kingdom. After the devastation of Kalinga, Ashoka meditated deeply, reflecting on the suffering he had caused and seeking enlightenment. Renouncing violence, Ashoka began spreading the teachings of Buddhism by erecting stupas and pillars across his empire, engraved with moral principles for governance. Embracing nonviolence and tolerance, Ashoka worked tirelessly to promote peace and moral governance throughout his vast empire, touching the lives of all its people. After the Kalinga War, Ashoka's heart was heavy with the weight of death and suffering he had caused. he vowed to never again raise arms against his people. Converting to Buddhism, Ashoka found solace in its teachings of compassion and nonviolence, dedicating himself to spreading these principles across his vast empire. Ashoka built numerous stupas and inscribed his thoughts and moral guidance on stone throughout his empire, ensuring that the message of peace would live on long after him. After his transformation, Ashoka embraced Buddhism's path to enlightenment, often found meditating under the sacred Bodhi trees. Through edicts like this one, Ashoka communicated his new philosophy of nonviolence and moral governance to all corners of his realm. The Dharmachakra stupas built by Ashoka became centers for spreading Buddhism and his vision of universal peace. After his conversion to Buddhism, Ashoka dedicated himself to spreading Dharma across his empire, ensuring that peace and compassion were the guiding principles of his reign. Through his edicts and monuments, Ashoka's commitment to moral governance left an enduring legacy that continues to inspire leaders around the world today. Ashoka's transformation from warrior king to promoter of peace serves as an enduring reminder that leaders can change the course of history through personal growth and compassionate action.